How one shot at the 2011 Masters shaped Rory McIlroy's entire career. I've done it again. You idiot, I've done it again. Years of heartbreak flashed through the mind of Rory McIlroy like a flipbook when he hit the ball into the water on the 13th of Augusta National. He entered the hole 4 shots clear at the 2025 Masters. He walked off the green with that lead halved, and his confidence shattered. McIlroy went on to win the Masters in a playoff with Justin Rose, but he had to overcome 14 years of trauma in order to slay his demons. And that's not too strong a word. Agony was etched on his face as he walked the hallowed turf, where so many legends had fallen before him. You remember everything that's happened, even if it's not to you, McIlroy admitted on the Stick to Football podcast when asked what makes the back 9 of the Masters so daunting. You remember all the shots. The course is more in your head than an other golf course. That's the reason I started to play defensively. But it wasn't other players' mistakes that were playing through McIlroy's mind. It was a single shot of his own, and it's been playing on repeat, stuck like a broken record, for the last 14 years. To understand McIlroy, you must understand that shot. The shot that shaped Rory McIlroy's entire career. In 2011, a 20-year-old McIlroy was on track to win his first major at the Masters. He held a 1-shot lead going into the back 9. But what happened on the 10th tee box changed him forever. His wayward drive was hooked into the trees, settling next to the Peak and Berkman's cabins. From there, the young Northern Irishman unraveled. After chipping out from behind the cabins, McIlroy's approach went left of the green. Then his chip hit a tree, and he failed to get up and down, leading to a disastrous 7. Shell-shocked, he bogeyed the 11th with a 3-putt, then double-bogeyed the 12th with a 4-putt from 12 feet. McIlroy held back tears walking off the famous green. "It's going to be hard to take for a few days, but I'll get over it," he said after the round. In truth, McIlroy never got over it. Yes, McIlroy bounded back emphatically, winning the 2011 U.S. Open by 8 strokes, but no one ever doubted his talent. What was under question was his mettle, and it wasn't tested at Congressional or Quail Hollow, where he won his second major by 8 strokes again. That's not to say McIlroy was never able to win a close major. He came back from a stroke down to beat Phil Mickelson at the 2014 PGA Championship. But his Masters collapse fundamentally altered the way McIlroy approaches these moments. Instead of playing to win, he plays not to lose. He admitted as much after the 2024 U.S. Open. McIlroy's missed putt on the 18th hole was no accident. He said his main focus was not to 2-putt from 3 feet, knowing Bryson DeChambeau had hit a poor tee shot behind him. That defensive mindset lost him the major. And it was the reason he found the water at the 2025 Masters. McIlroy said on Stick to Football, "I said to my caddy, Harry, walking up to the 13th tee, usually you see people go for that green in 2, and you can make it. But I said to him, what do you think about playing this as a 3-shotter? So it was the first time I was thinking a little bit defensively." Playing not to lose, McIlroy almost threw away another major win. It's not the mentality we saw from Tiger Woods or Jack Nicklaus on the back 9 of majors. They didn't always win, but they were never scared of the moment. In reality, it's impossible to know how different McIlroy would approach these situations without his 2011 collapse. But it traumatized a young McIlroy, and his quest to never feel that way again has only led him back down that same road. What Rory McIlroy's 2011 Masters has in common with Sam Snead. McIlroy isn't the first to have a career-defining event reshape the trajectory of his career. The all-time leader in PGA Tour wins, Sam Snead, also suffered a traumatic defeat at a major, but he never found the closure McIlroy did this year. There's only one major Snead has never won, the U.S. Open, and his best opportunity to win it came in 1939, before he had won any of his 7 major championships. Snead entered the final hole at Philadelphia Country Club, needing just a par to win. But he hooked his tee shot left, took 2 shots to get out of a greenside bunker, and 3-putted for a triple bogey. It was the 8 heard around the world, and Snead was never able to shake that memory. Tom Watson once recounted what Snead once told him about his collapse. "I remember talking to Sam Snead many years ago, and he talked about his heartbreaking loss in the 1939 U.S. Open, and he told me, I've never gotten that quite out of my head. If I'd have won that one, I might have won 3 or 4 more of them. It just meant that much." Instead, Snead never won the U.S. Open. It's the only major that stopped him from completing the career Grand Slam, much like the Masters threatened to do to McIlroy for all those years. These events can change a player, so credit to McIlroy for overcoming 2011, even if he was forced to battle his demons on his way to doing so.